All right, AJ. Here we are getting ready for your third fight, man.
Yeah.
Are you feeling more comfortable in terms of, these big media settings, or is it just kind of whatever to you?
Yeah, this doesn't bother me. Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, the easy part. And, are you kind of happy to get those first two fights out of the way, or is that also, were you ever thinking about the pressure at all, or was it just, how you feeling getting ready for this third fight?
Well, this is my first one at 145.
Okay.
So it's a drastic change in weight, and I think more than anything, it's a notice for everybody else in this room. And I didn't realize the tension that they have around me until I've been around all of them, and they're all kind of side-eyeing me. But I'm here to do business, and I'm here to prove that I'm the best. So whatever I got to go through, whether that's a fight at 160, then a fight at 55, and then a few more fights, it's just a matter of time. It's just one of those things. Slowly but surely it'll happen. And I'll be hovering over them like a UFO on Independence Day.
That's a fantastic reference. So what motivated, surprise, what motivated the drop in weight? Is this something you've been thinking about, or just you were kind of like, let's do 145, the tournament's happening?
Well, the first one I just threw in there because I was walking around. I walk around at 175, but I got down to 160 because it was a 2-week notice, and I was just like, hey, I'm a man of my word. I'll say I'll do it. Let's do it. And just got I got another rep in after that, and now here's my third one. I'm just trying to get as many as I possibly can, and keep honing my skills. I'm working with the best.
Yeah, well, you mentioned trying to get as many as you can, trying to get that James Gallagher fight when his opponent dropped out. How close were you to getting that fight?
I was ready, willing, and able to do my job, but hey, they had other plans for him. I'm like the sort of just kind of the same thing with the UFO. I'll always be over Gallagher's head. I'll always be there. I'll always be there, just in the back of his head, waiting, and he knows his time's running out. He's a phony. He's got no real accolades other than a padded record in MMA. What has he accomplished in jiu-jitsu? What has he accomplished in any martial art? I mean, I'm just being real. You put me versus him, that he's going to lose. And it's not necessarily that the Bellator wants him to win, but they don't want him to lose. So.
And, you mentioned, sharpening your skills and all that. But you started training with the Diaz Bros. Was that before your MMA debut, or, when did you start training with them?
Before, yeah. It's been more focused now after that debut for the last 9 months. I've been up there in Stockton working with Richard Perez, Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz, Randy Spence, and all the guys at the Nick Diaz Academy. And it's just been a complete shift in everything. And that's why I think you saw the results that you saw in my last fight, the big difference. But this one is the same thing. I'm not – the buck doesn't stop here.
And, just since I mentioned Diaz, are you excited for his fight coming up? Probably, it's a stupid question, but what do you think about that? He's a guy with Masvidal.
Yeah, he's a warrior, and he's fascinating and interesting to watch. Friends aside, training partners aside, anytime those guys are fighting, I'm tuning in. Mm-hmm. That's the way it's always been. That's why I want to train with them, because they're legends.
Yeah. And last question I got for you here. Bellator and Ryzen have been doing some cross-promoting, fighters going over, either to Japan or coming over here. Is that something you'd be interested in being a part of, maybe going to fight in one of their events someday?
Give me the best, and I'll show everyone where it's at. It don't matter the organization, but I like working with Bellator. They just look at the professionalism and the way they handle business is great. Mm-hmm. So they take care of me.
Yeah. I just mentioned that because I think it'd be a good fit for your style. The knees on the ground. The rule set's a little bit different. Have you watched any Rising? The rule difference. So would that be something you kind of like?
I haven't seen any of them, but if they have a guy that's 145 pounds that they think is who's the best 145 pounder they have?
45 pounder.
Yeah, you don't even know.
When it comes
exactly.
to that division, yeah.
It's like, give me somebody that's going to make it's thought compelling. Gallagher prancing around like he's the man, and I'm more than happy to shut him up. Mini Mac. What is he doing?
All right, AJ, I'm sorry to keep you a little later, but thanks so much, man. Best of luck. I was excited to see it.